Alright, hello guys, welcome to the channel. I'm Alpha Heavy Gamer, back again with another video. This time I want to talk about the Atomic Thunder event and maybe the reason behind it. I know this is it's not really an April Fool's kind of event. This looks more like a collaboration, pretty wacky one at that. And I really wasn't expecting it, this far away from April Fool's Day. And I don't really believe Gaijin just throws events just for the fun of it. I still believe that when they do these events, there's a reason behind it, and they're usually testing something, and that's kind of what I want to talk about. So the event is kind of fun. Like I said, it's a little bit wacky. I believe it's the Atomic Hearts game that they've collaborated with, and I'm still getting used to the mechanics here. It's a little bit weird, but it is kind of fun. It kind of holds my attention. But like I said, I think Gaijin is testing new mechanics, maybe new modes, new weapons, vehicles, or concepts. And they always disguise these kind of things, these kinds of tests in events. Sometimes these test concepts do make it into the main game, sometimes they don't. For example, remember Gaijin tested Fire and Forget ATGMs, and they tested drones as well. And those were both in April Fool's Day events, and guess what? They're in the game. So in this event, which lasts until 31 July, these are experimental robots versus conventional vehicles, and it's a little bit weird. There's lasers and all that kind of stuff. So let's dissect what Gaijin might be testing here. And as always with these videos, there's some heavy speculation ahead. So you're gonna have to take everything I say here with a grain of salt. Some of this stuff, it may never come to the game at all. They may not be testing anything, but let's push. So I'm gonna go through each of the vehicles, and I'm gonna kind of isolate on what I think is important, and then I'm gonna extrapolate it out to what it could be for. So there's the Hog 7, which is a sphere with the legs that come out. It rolls around everywhere, and it jumps and slams on things. It also carries some missiles. And then there's the WSP-9 laser, the Pachella, like that small helicopter drone. Has a laser pulse emitter for clearing rubble, demolishing small buildings, and you can engage light vehicles and probably enemy troops as well. And then there's the repair WSP, the Pachella, which has an electron beam welding torch, and it's capable of repairing tank armor. It says it has those rotating cylindrical sections, and it says rotary under reamers, and that's the one that comes up out of the ground and just demolishes vehicles that way. So what is going on with these, and where may Gaijin be going with them? So with the the electron beam welding torch, I'm thinking that maybe Gaijin is really preparing to put infantry into the game, and they're going to be more they're going to be able to do more than just fight other vehicles. Maybe they'll have the ability to repair vehicles. We've seen that in some games, and that would be pretty useful attribute for the infantry to have, be able to repair vehicles. All right, so moving on to the next thing here, I think that the repair helicopter, the one that's able to clear rubble and demolish buildings, I think that's more earthworks. We already have heavy engineering vehicles in the game, but Gaijin could be preparing to introduce additional heavy engineering vehicles. And I think also maybe Gaijin is looking at building you being able to build fortified positions in a game. I don't really know how they would do that right now with just realistic battles. Maybe there would have to be a different mode that's unannounced right now. So another thing I was thinking about with the the Hog 7 that's able to jump and slam around, maybe we could be seeing fast attack vehicles come to the game. Those vehicles would be capable of very high speeds, and they could be jumping off of sand dunes, or just jumping over small hills and rises. Just an aspect I thought was worth bringing up. And with the drone helicopters, maybe Gaijin's getting us prepared for a different type of drone, or it could be loitering munitions, which we've seen not in this game, but in a couple of other games. That would be pretty cool. So having said all that, if I was to put all of this together, what it looks like is that Gaijin probably could be testing a concept of you being able to lay When I say fortifications, I mean like dragon's teeth, tank traps, mines, and then Gaijin I think would bring in breaching vehicles with mine clearing launchers and mine rollers, vehicles with mine rollers, even remote controlled ones. All right, so that's my 2 cents on what Gaijin could be testing. I think they're going for fortifications, breaching, mine clearing, and I also think they're going to go for helicopter drones and loitering munitions, and maybe even take a stab at infantry. But as always, let me know what you guys think about this. You think this is just an event and it doesn't really mean anything? Or do you think there's something more behind it? Is there something inside of this event specifically that you want to see, or do you think could be coming that I didn't even mention? All right, guys, thanks for watching as always, and I'll see you in the future.